Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly the 3 steps you need to take to get started in real estate, even if you've never done a real estate deal or talked to anybody in real estate, or this is like the first video you ever watched about real estate, or maybe you're a little further along. But if you're brand new, I don't care if you know anything about real estate. You don't even know what real estate means. I'm going to teach you guys exactly the 3 steps you need to do to start making some money. Okay, now, let me just start off by saying this. I made a ton of mistakes when I first started. Like, virtually every mistake that you could have possibly made, I made. Okay? And yet, I'm still sitting here on the 7th floor of my beautiful office. Okay? And I tell you that not to brag, but to tell you, have some hope. So if you're somebody who's maybe a little further along and you've made some mistakes, it's okay. That's okay. Even if you haven't made any money yet, that's okay. Okay? Again, I've made a ton of mistakes. Still ended up here. You just got to be persistent. Okay, but here we go. 3 steps. Step number 1 is you need to network. I cannot tell you how important this is. Okay? Other real estate people that want to sell you something will say, oh yeah, just buy this course and it's fine. No. Courses are great. They're going to help you. Well, you know what's more important than that? It's networking. I cannot tell you how many deals I got just from knowing people. That's it. Just from knowing people. And you might not know anybody right now. That's fine. I didn't know anybody either. Okay, I'll never forget. I'll post a picture. The picture you're looking at right now is a picture of me when I was 16 years old at a real estate event. Okay, and I'm bent over. I'm writing an IOU to the guy, Joe. I'm not looking at the picture right now, but the guy in the nice dress shirt, he was having a training that day. And that was the first real estate event I ever went to. And he had a $500 training. I couldn't afford it. I was like, dude, can I go? And the old guy who became my first mentor, Jack Fullerton, he basically was like, just write Joe an IOU and then you can go. And I'm like, dude, you're what? And sure enough, I wrote him an IOU. He said he'll go. And I would have never thought to do that if Jack hadn't told me. I just met Jack, but if Jack hadn't told me to do that, right? And just going to that event, paying that $500 or paying him back eventually, took me a year, by the way. Just being around those people was so inspirational, and I just learned so much. I cannot tell you. So you have to go to network. Now, how do you network? Maybe you're somebody like me who's a little bit shyer. I know I'm on camera. I'm really excited on camera because I have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys, but I still get a little shy in person sometimes. Okay, especially with big groups. I'm not good with big groups. One-on-one, I'm pretty good, but big groups, I can't. It freaks me out. Okay, so this is what you do. You bring somebody with you. Okay, I had a really good friend in high school. His name was Nav. And we all know this one guy, the one guy or one gal is just dude, can talk to anybody. Super charismatic, wants to talk to everybody. Even if you meet somebody, because for me, if I meet somebody at a real estate event, I'm trying to learn, and this guy I can tell just doesn't really have any knowledge for me, because he's maybe he's brand new too. That's would be nice to meet you. I'd walk away. No, Nav would sit there and talk to him anyway. Okay, and I'm like, that's so crazy. I would just turn around. It's such a different mentality. But you need to bring someone like that with you. Okay, and trust me, there's somebody in your local area. Maybe you don't know them right now, but there's somebody in your. I guarantee you that wants to get started, wants to make some extra money, wants to better themselves, and is charismatic. I guarantee. Okay, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But there was somebody I knew. Okay, and so boom, we went together, and he would go up. He'd introduce himself, talk to them, and then I'd join the conversation about 30 seconds later. Hey, good to see you, Nov. Hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. Okay, and I met a ton of people like that, okay? So, again, if you're like me, you're somebody, I don't like to necessarily walk up and introduce somebody, and, introduce myself to somebody when there's 500 people. I'm like, ugh. Especially when people are talking. It's always when there's 2 people talking, and you really want to talk to this one person, but you don't know who the other person is. So you're like, you don't know? That was me. Okay, it still is me. And so again, just bring somebody you know. And then you have to be in a real estate. You should be like, dude, look, I'll pay you $10. Just come to the event with me. You'll learn some awesome stuff. And you're going to help me meet a bunch of people. It'll be awesome. Okay? And they'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Okay? If you're a girl, be like, hey, dude, if you want to date me, our first date is at this real estate event. All right? But you got to introduce me to 10 people or else I won't go on a second date. Okay? Whatever you got to do, okay, to be successful, right? So that's number 1, network. Okay? And let me specify a little bit. You should be looking for people that have experience in real estate in a direction you want to go on. Now, I mentioned Jack Fullerton there. I love Jack Fullerton. He was a great mentor to me. Still is. I don't talk to him as much anymore, but Jack Fullerton is in an area of real estate that I don't necessarily want to get into. He does a lot of residential rentals, which is great. I want to do apartment rentals. Okay, now can I still learn from Jack when I'm getting started? Absolutely I can, and you should too. But as you progress, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I've learned everything I can learn. I've learned the basics from him. Now I need to find somebody that's doing this apartment thing I want to do, or this flipping thing I want to do, whatever it is. I need to just mentor, work with these people that are doing actually what I want to do. Okay. Number 2 is once you network, you need to do PDR. Okay, real estate PDR. Now I want you to write this down. PDR. What does that mean? Practice, drill, rehearse. Practice, drill, rehearse. Practice, drill, rehearse. Okay, Michael Jordan did not become Michael Jordan from just walking in the gym. Okay, there's always this debate, and I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion on this in the comments down below. Are entrepreneurs born or are they made? Are great basketball players, are they born or are they made? Okay, are great public speakers, are they born or are they made? Okay, now the people that say, oh, great entrepreneurs, they're born. Usually a couple reasons why. Number 1 is because they tried to be an entrepreneur and they failed. Okay. Number 2 is because they tried to be an entrepreneur and they succeeded, and so their justification to kind of pump themselves up is like, oh yeah, it's just because I was born this way, Now, do I think there's a little bit of DNA? Absolutely. Like I'm a taller guy. I'm 6'4". Okay. I played basketball. I was good at it. Okay. Now I wasn't good at basketball because I was 6'4", but being 6'4" helps me play basketball. Okay. Like LeBron. If LeBron never played basketball, he would not be LeBron. Okay. He wouldn't be the player that we all know, right? But he'd still be 6'7" or 6'8" or however tall he is, right? So my point is there's always a little bit of DNA in it, but it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily born being a great entrepreneur, okay? So you need to do PDR, practice, drill, repeat. Practice, drill, rehearse, okay? You need to, if you're going to do cold calls, you're going to call people on the phone. You need to call 10 people on the phone and then role play 10 times. Call 10 more people on the phone and then role play 10 times. Because you're going to learn just as much from doing and role playing and I shouldn't say just as much. You're going to learn way more from those two things than you're going to from reading about it. And you guys, I love to read. This is a great book, Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, great book. Real estate friend of mine, Rick Ricker, gave me this. Okay, and I got a ton of books at home. I love to read, but you only learn so much from reading. You have to take action. You have to practice, drill, repeat. Michael Jordan did not get a jump shot from reading about a jump shot. Okay, Steph Curry's not the greatest shooter of all time from reading a book about how to shoot. He shot a lot, like millions of times. Okay, so for you guys, whatever it is you're gonna do, if you're gonna door knock, you need to door knock a lot. Okay, a lot. Whatever you think is good, you're like, oh, I'm gonna door knock 20 doors a day. No, you need to do 200 a day. Okay, if you can't do 200, that's fine. Do 100, but as much as you can. Okay, whatever you think is enough, it's not enough. Do it 10 times more. Okay. Number 3 is you need to take action in despite of fear. Okay, now the first time I got a wholesale deal, I was really, really, really scared. Okay, I was scared because no one had ever said yes to me. And so somebody was like, yeah, let's do business together. I'm like, okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll send you the contracts. And then I went home and I was like, dude, what am I talking about? I don't have any contracts. Like, I just know I'm supposed to be calling this guy, okay? Or, giving this guy the contracts and then boom, like, but what contracts? What do I do now? Like, what the heck? And that is why, a couple things. You need to have someone, a mentor. It goes back to networking. But my third point is, or the third step is you need to take action anyways, okay? You don't have the contracts. That's fine. Who can you call right now? I can give you I bet you can call 5 people right now, and one of them will maybe they won't have the contracts that you need, but they'll have a lead. Okay? There's this I'm gonna give you guys a secret website. Okay? And this website has all your answers. Like if you're like me, you're like, I just got a deal, I don't have contracts, what the heck do I do? Okay, this one website will give you all the answers. It's not LegalZoom, it's not anything like that. Something else, okay? Write it down for me. It's google.com, and I answer all your questions about real estate, okay, about contracts, all that. Okay, so if you're like, I need wholesale contracts, search on Google, and I bet you something will come up, okay? Marketing, okay? Like, let's see if I can pull them out. Yeah, right here. This was my first ever, this one was my first ever direct mail piece, okay? I sent out 500 of these. I spent $400 on these, something like that, okay? I got 0 calls. But you want to know why that to me was still a success? Because I did it, okay? Your first time, you're probably going to fail. And that's okay. You're taking action. You're making steps forward. It's okay if you fail. It's not the end of the world, okay? You know what's worse than failing is to not try at all. I know that's so cliche, but it's true. So go out, spend some money on direct mail if that's what you're going to do. Spend some time door knocking. Spend some time doing calls, whatever it is you want to do. And, go out. Realize that, you know what, this is the first time I'm ever going to do this. Like, it might go well, but chances are it's probably not. And that's okay. That's okay. Because you know what, at the end of the day, you're still going to end up where you need to end up. Okay, if you keep the persistence. So step number 1 is network. Meet a lot of people. Okay, meet people that are looking to buy deals. Meet people that are looking to sell deals. Meet people that are looking to have some extra help. Offer to help and work for people for free. Okay, if you have some extra time. Okay, an hour a day, 2 hours a day, whatever it is. Okay. Step number 2. Okay, PDR, practice, drill, rehearse. Okay, so if you're gonna call, choose one. By the way, don't do all 3, or just choose one way. I'm gonna do residential flips, and I'm gonna cold call probates. That's fine. Do that. Call 100 a day, and that's fine. If they all say no, it doesn't matter. Just call 100 a day, and then follow up with those people. But practice, drill, repeat, or practice, drill, rehearse, and then role play too. Practice it. Practice it. Don't just read about it, but do it. Actually take action and do it. Okay. Number 3. Act in spite of fear. Okay. Act in spite of fear. So if you get a deal, congratulations. But don't be like, oh crap, I'm just gonna let this deal go because I don't have contracts. Like, no, that's silly. Don't do that. Okay, just get on Google. Call your people that you've networked with. Holy crap, I can't talk. Okay, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, if you're scared to door knock, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a quick story. Deathly scared to door knock. The first time I ever knocked on a door. Okay, for real estate purposes. I remember I pulled up. It was actually a couple streets down from here. I pulled up. It was a foreclosure, a pre-foreclosure. I think they had just gotten served the notice of default about 3 weeks in. Okay, so this guy had just gotten served a foreclosure, my first time door knocking. And I remember sitting in the car and I had a notepad, just like this right here. And I was so scared. I was like shaking and sweating. I was like 17. Okay, I was like like in the car, you know. And I had the AC on. It was like the summer, you know. I was like, I had the AC on. I was like, oh God, should I do it? Should I not do it? I drove all the way here. I'm like, I don't know. I'm shaking. And I remember like, no. I'm like, and I pull out my piece of notebook paper and I'm like, all right, boom. And I come right here and I'm like, I'm going to get this deal. I'm going to get this deal. I'm going to get this deal. I wrote it like 100 times. And then on next one I wrote, I'm going to make money in real estate. I'm going to make money in real estate. I'm going to make money in real estate. Like 100 times. And I'm like, ah. And I got out of the car and I ran over there and I knocked on the door. And lo and behold, as you guys know, a lot of times no one answers. But someone answered. It was a kid. I was like, hey. I was like, is your dad here? I knew his name. I forget his name, but I knew his name. And he answers the door. And I said, yes. I said, and I didn't know what I was going to say. I was just like, I'm just going to knock on the door and talk to this guy. So I'm like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I do understand your family's in foreclosure. It was like the worst possible things you could ever say. But this dude was like totally cool. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm really working hard on it. And if I knew what I knew back then, I probably could have gotten the deal, but I didn't, right? Because he was like, yeah, we're thinking about amortizing the house. And that was an opportunity for me to be like, oh, no, that doesn't work. You need to do this. You need to work with me. But instead I was like, oh, okay, like do that. That's fine. But I would have never have even known that. I wouldn't even be here today if I didn't take action. So do not miss out on taking action. Do not be scared. Do not be me, the alternate version of this universe, which is me sitting in the car saying, I'll do it tomorrow and driving away. Don't do that. Okay, write on the piece of paper, I'm going to do it, and just go and freaking do it. Okay. Anyway, guys, hey, if you guys liked this video, hopefully that gave you guys some information. Click the like button down below. Comment. I always want to respond to your guys' comments and questions and feedback. We're trying to grow the YouTube channel, baby. We're at 550 subs. We're trying to get to 1,000. So comment down below. Like, share this video with all your real estate friends, people trying to get started. And I will see you guys on the next one.